of the Beverly Hillbillies. Who are you?
Part 1 of this series was a walk around of a collector car auction in Macon, Missouri. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, signs. This is an auction that's held first Friday of every July, so it's an annual event. Come along, check out the footage, see what I bought, and catch a recap of what I thought of the auction.
The silent auction that we are happy to be here today at Scotty's Auction Service. Hopes everything today sells as is where his. I got a large crew today. 75, 85, 85, 85. So the 80 bucks on 189, 189. Selling 640, 140, 130, 140, 140, 150, 150, 150. So the 140 on 70, on 70. Down 1200, down 13, I got 1200, down 1300, 1200, 1300, 12, down 1300, I got 1200, 13, I got 1200, and 1300, 1200, and 13, here we go, 1200, and 13, I'm 1200, and 1300, I'm 1200, and 13, and 1200, and 13, 1300, and 13, here we go, down 1300, and 13, so right there, 1200, 164, 164, ah, here we go, right there, lock numbers. Oh, look at that little letter. Woo, look at there. All right, here we go, right there. What's the number on that? 1627 is a 2015 Scotty. We got title on it, boys. Ah, here we go, boy. You talk about a nice pristine outfit right here. Hit down, hit down, hit down, what's wrong here, boys? $155, 155. Ah, here we go, roll on, boys, roll on. All right, here we go, right there. 128 is lot number 128, 1994. 1994 Harley Davidson. Title is on file, guys. Title is on file. 23,000 miles on it. All right, here we go. Get it to help itself. One owner, guys. Look at that street. 54 down, 5 down, 5,500 and 55. 5,500 and 5,500. Here we go. 5,500. 5,500 and 55 and 5,500. Sold it to you. $5,400. 201. 15, now 16, then 17, and 1,700, and now 18, on 18, on 19, and 2, and $2,000, on 2, and 2, keep on going, 2, roll around, on 2,000, and 2,000, roll around, on 2,000, on 2, and 2,000, and $2,000, on 2, on 2,000, on 2, 2,000, on 2, and 2,000, on 2, 2,000, on 2. So $1,900 on fire pin, all right. Take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, the next one coming right through. You talk about a good little runner right here. What's my lot number on this one, guys? The 1962 Ford with the four-wheel drive chassis and all, ladies and gentlemen. All right. 1622 is the lot number. All right. It's a 290, short block. The 298 4-speed, divorce splicer transmission case, Dana 44 front axle, 9-inch front rear axle. Drivetrain has been gone over from front to back. New kingpin bearings and axle bearings and seals in the front drive. New motor mounts, new transfer case mounts and seals, new brake lines and wheel cylinder fastening, new gas line and clean gas tank. Needs front cab mounts and partial floor repair. Man, that's a nice truck. All right, get in and help yourself on this one, and 2,800. Now 28, and 28, and 28, and 2,800. Now 28, and 28, and 28, and 2,800. Now 28, and 28, and 28, 28, 28, never high. 2,800. good? Sold it right here, $2,700 on 683. 683 is the number. All right, take a look at this green Cadillac right here, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa, what's my lot number? 129 is the lot number. The 1972 Cadillac titles on file right there. Man, you're talking about a nice one. Right here, 7,000, and 7,000 hammers high into the 7,000, 7,000. Sold $6,500 on buyer 131, 131. All right, the next car, ladies and gentlemen, is our pristine Cadillac. You want to drive it? All right, look at this Corvette, man. I do love that Cadillac. Thank you, buyers, for getting on that. Take a look at this 1957 Corvette, ladies and gentlemen. This particular Corvette does have a 350 engine, ladies and gentlemen. 116 is the lot number. Titles on file, folks. You've got the chance. You've had a chance to look under it. You've crawled under it. You've seen this car. This car speaks for itself. A beautiful, beautiful car right here. All right, get in and help yourself. Man, shut her down, driver. All right. All right, let's just start where the internet is. We'll go up from there, ladies and gentlemen. Money's on that 20,000. Let's go 25. How about 25,000? I'm at 20, 25, 75,000. 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 4 minutes on 75, hammers high 75. Sold $70,000 on buyer 120, 120. Thank you so much. Tell him thank you so much as well. All right, pull one out, pull the next one in. $126, he says. 7127. All right, here's a 1929 Gazelle Mercedes Rubber built and titled in 1979. 42,000 miles, ladies and gentlemen. A super nice car right here. All right, take a look. Oh, what are you going to get? And 41, now 41, 41, 41, now 1, and 41, 41, 41, 4,100, not 41, now 41, 41, hammers high 41, 41. Sold at $4,000 on buyer number 245. Thank you, my sir, friend. Get in and help yourself on this Jeep Wrangler right here. All right, what are you going to get for them? Folks, I'm telling you, talk about a neat outfit. You can talk about all over the golf course. All right, what are you going to get for them? Here, 4 and 24. Now 24, now 26, and 2,600, and 2,600, 2,600, 2,600, 2,600, and 2,600, 2,600. Sold it in the very back, $2,500. 245, 245. All right, take a look at this next one. It is being pulled by our Kawasaki Mule, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 1957 Ford. The top works perfectly fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it does need some carburetor work. It has a a gas tank under the hood to where it would run for just a little bit. That's right. 1618 is a lot number right here, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, the top works perfectly fine. This is a Fairline Skyliner title is on file. All right, take a look right here. All done 13,000, number 13, 13, 13, 13. Sold it right here, $12,500 on buyer number 155, 159, 159, internet bound. Thank you. 1971 AMC Hornet factory air. Actual miles was 81,000 miles on this AMC. Ladies and gentlemen, title is on file. little car right there. What do you get for 1800 on 1800, now 1900 on 1900, 2000 and 222, now 2000 on 222, 1950, how about 2000 and 2000 on 2022, and 2000 on 2, now 2000 on 2 and 2. So $1,950 on later at fire number 155, 155, 155. Man, take a look at this. 118 is the lot number. It's a 1974 Ford with 390 engine, titles on file. Carburetor rebuilt, no issues, ready to drive. All right, take a look, sit on a little forward. Yep, you got it, buddy. Keep on rolling, keep on rolling. All right, a neat trucker right there. Here we go. I don't care how much. In 5,000. I'm going to 5,000, 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. All done, 5. So right here, $4,500 on buyer, 128, 128. $104 is the bottom on this, and a 1963 Ford Raider titles on file. Oh, this is exactly what it is. It speaks for itself. A beautiful little car right here. Yes. Folks, this came out of a little old lady's garage at one time, and it is super, super nice and well taken care of. All right, what are you going to get for on this one? 100. I'm 41, now 41, 41. So right here, $4,000 on buyer number 108108. All right. We got a 1950 Dodge half-ton, titles on files, a half-ton with a flathead 6-cylinder, 3-speed. All right, take a look here, a neat little truck. Folks, this one will not start and run today. All right, but a rare find here. What are you going to get for them? I don't care. How about $5,000? How about $5,000 now? $5,000 now, $3,000. How about $3,000? How about $2,000? How about $2,000? And $2,000. How about $2,000? $2,000 now, $1,000 now, $1,100 now, $1,100. Keep on going, driver. $1,100. Taking that quick to the down 13, down 13, and $1,400. Now 14, down 15, down 15, and 16, and $1,600. Now 16, and 16, up to 16, and 17, 1,700. Now 17, now 17, now 1,800. Now 18, up to 18, up to 19, and 19, up to 19, up to 19, and back in 1,900, and 19, up to 19, up to 19, up to 19, up to 19, all done 19. $1,800 on fire, 161, 161. All right, take a look at here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our truck. 1614, 1964 F100 has a performance engine, ladies and gentlemen. Titles on file. All right, just needs finished right here, folks. It's going to be a great little truck. All right, we're going to get for them right here. I don't care. Here we go. How about $5,000? How about $3,000? How about $3,000? Not $3,000 now, $2,000, and $2,000. All right, now 25, 21, now 22, and 2,200. Now 22, 3, now 23, and 2,300. Now 4, now 24, and 2,400. Now 24, now 5, and 25. Your way now 29, 5, now 29, 25, 2,500, and 25. Sold it your way, $2,400 on buyer number 84. 84 is the number. All right, take a look at here. This is the Chevrolet Confederate, ladies and gentlemen. Titles on file. This one had the first year for almost everything the Chevrolet wanted to improve on. So right here, ladies and gentlemen, the 1932 Chevy Confederate. Title is on file. All right, get in and help yourself on this one. 81, now 81, now 2, now 8200, now 82, 3, down 4, 4, down 4, down 4, down 85, 8600, 8600, now 86, 8600, down 6, now 86, 7, 7, 7, 7, now 88, 989, now 9,000, now 9,000, now 9,000, 89, 5, 89, 5, give me 9,000, 9,999, Sawyer right here, 89.50, 89.50. 245, 245. 65,000 original miles, 4-cylinder with a 251 TM motor. Electronic ignition, new tires, originally from California. Man, this is about as slick as they come. All right, we're going to get over here. All right, and 7,000. Now 7,075, 175, 175, and 7,500. That's 7,500, 7,500, now 5,500, 7,500, and 7,500, 5,500, that's 7,500, 7,500. What's wrong here? 7,500, 5,500, that's 7,500, 7,500, and 7,500. So right here, $7,000 on the wire, 148, 148. You want to mark that 148? Thank you. All right, here's the next caller, ladies and gentlemen. 1616 says it's a 1986 Monte Carlo title is on file, and another one about as slick as they come. The 4.3 fuel injection. And 37, how about 37? And 3700, now 37, 37, 30 now 8, now 3800, internet thing, now 3800, now 38, 38, now 9, 3900, and 39, 39, 39, you're back down to 39, 39, and 30, now 4,000, and 4,000, internet thing, 4, are you sure now 4? Sold it right here, $3,900 on buyer number 1262 on the internet. All right, take a look right here, ladies and gentlemen. Everything on this car will work and operate. It needs a battery and probably carburetor work as it's been sitting. The owners brought it in, they're going to drive it. They bought it about 4 years ago or whatever. It's a 1927 Ford Model T and titles on file. All right, get in and help yourself on this one. All right, what are you going to get? 82, you're working now, 82, 82, that's it, 82. Sold it right here, $8,100 on fire number 139, 139. All right, man, take a look at this Chevrolet rolling in the gate. 101 is the lot number, ladies and gentlemen, 1972 Chevrolet Custom 20 pickup. Titles on file, 4x4 automatic transmission, new battery, 500 miles on a new transmission. All right, there's the start of an awesome project. All right, we're going to give on this time. And 2200, and 22, I'm in the very back, guys, and 2200, and 2200. Internet your hand, and 22, 22, all in, hammers high, 22. Now 3, now 23, 23, now 4, now 2400, now 24, and 24, feel how about it, 24, and 2400, now 24, 4, can't let you know who's out right here, now 2400, now 24, 24, hammers high, and 2400, sold it to you, Dusty, $2,300 on buyer. 233, 233, 13,000, and 13, and 13, and 13, and 13, and 13. Sold at $12,000 internet bound buyer number 162, 162. All right, here's one of my favorites, ladies and gentlemen. 109, this is my midlife crisis car. Not my personal one, but when I look at my midlife crisis, this is what I'm about. Yes, sir. 2009 Dodge Challenger SRT8 with a prior salvage title, ladies and gentlemen, and a theft recovery. Theft recovery, it wasn't wrecked, it was just a theft recovery. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, I believe 80,000 miles on the car right there. 85. Beautiful car, good runner. All right, folks, if you've never driven a Challenger or a Charger. They handle great and they go fast. 10,000 and 10,000. 10,000. Folks, when bids come out, it's a nicer car than this. $10,000 over 10. Now 10,000 over 10, then 10, now 10. Oh, $9,500 internet fire number 114. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen, 1984 Ford F-150 title on file right there. All right, and that little truck right there. Folks, it's going to need a little work. It's going to need a gas tank cleaning or whatever, because we do have a jug underneath to make it run. But a neat little truck right here, standard. What are you going to get it for? 650 now, 777, and 700. Now 777, Amber's high down 7. So $650 on fire number 137. All right, take a look at this. Next one's being pulled in by the mule. All right, 1956 Dodge, 1 ton right here. Seller provided title. All right, it's 1 ton flatbed with or could be a flatbed, whatever you want, but that has a flathead 6-cylinder 4-speed right there. All right, what are you going to get? 9 and 9,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. You're hitting 1,000, 1,000, and $1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Sold right here, $800 internet fire number 161.
4,500, you're out. 40, you're out. 4,500. I'm more than 4,500 and more than 45. 4,500 and more than 4,500 and more than 4,500. I'm more than 4,500 and more than 4,500. 4,500. Over here, $4,000. On fire number 141. 141. All right, here we go right there. 117. All right, the Chevy 3/4 ton, 350 4-speed. Seller has the title, guys. The seller has the title. 4-wheel drive, 1 owner, 103,000 miles. New crate engine installed at 95,000 miles. Here we go. Here help myself. I'll get help myself. But here's up to you. I'll tell you. Do we know what year that is? 1980. Oh, his grandpa brought a brand new. My first truck was a 1980 Chevy, looked just like that. 1900, 1900, 1900, 1900, here we go, 1900, 1900, that's out, 1900, 1900, good, 1900, go, 1900, 1900, up to you, 1800 on 70, on 70. All right, here we go. 102 is the 1992 Ford F-150. We have a title on file, guys. Title on file. All right, here we go. Here we go, up there. I'll send them to you right there. All right, here we go. How about it's supposed to be copper color, guys. Internet 10, down to 1100, down to 1100, down to 1100, down to 1100. So to the internet, $1,000. 1262. All right, here we go. Right there, next one. Lot 124 is 1949 Willie Jeep. We have a title on hand. 16 and 15-inch tires. They're outside. You get the tire. You get the extra tires with them, guys. You got the extra tires with them. All right, here we go. So it'll turn over and everything, guys. It just won't start. 1900 down, 19 and a half. Here it is, 1900, 19 and a half, 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 1900, 1950, 1900, 1950, 1950. Up to you, 1900. 1235. Internet bound. All right, here we go. Where you at? All right, guys, we had to beat up a few guys to get it, but we finally found the key. We thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, he's jumping around out there, but don't worry. All right, here we go, guys. 1621, lot number 1976 Dodge M880 pickup. We have a title on file. We have a 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 3,500, 3,500. So to you, $3,000 on the internet. 158 fire number. Guys, that is the last vehicle we're going to sell. Guys, we got a roll of stuff. We got 2 more vehicles, guys. 2 more vehicles. While we're waiting on them, we're going to sell some. $5.99. Just standard oil leather jacket. Standard oil leather jacket. All right, get it to help yourself. Right there. Women's jacket. Rubber jacket. Rubber jacket. All right, here we go. Get it to help yourself. Now 5, 65, 65, 60, 189, 189. 1,300, 13, 12, 13. By way, down 12, 1300. 1,300. Talk to you, 12 today on 10150, 150. That reminds me of the Beverly Hillbillies. Who are you? Who are you? Ron, are you greedy? All right, here we go, guys. Model T4, get it help yourself. 1,100, 1,100. Guys, the money is on. 1,100. 1,100. Here we go. 1,100. Internet. 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. Gotta go down. 1,100. 1,100. 1,100. So in the back, $1,000 on fire number 294. 294. Yes, 202. Tractor manuals are 1. This little calendar, Phillips 66. Clarence, Missouri. Yep, 73 Mercury Montego. Yeah, almost started to be in back. Okay, appreciate it. Flip to you, 570. Out the door, guys. We'll sell it to you. Oh, well, here we go, get it himself. Oh, here we go, $1,000. $1,000, 500, 500, $100 bill. 100. Boy, if that was cleaned up and sitting in the garage, it would look pretty, wouldn't it? 50, 60. I'll see these Sunday. I'll see the Sunday. But it's on, guys. 60, 70. I'll see the 70. Look to you. 60 on 108. 108. 735. We'll sell this one right here because they're all fine. 580. All right, here we go, guys. Get it help sell. I'll sell it to you right there. 500. 500. 500. 100 all bill. 25. 150. 150. 175. 2 to quarter. Now have 75 to 3. 3 quarter. Down 350. 375. 375. 400. 4 quarter. Now 450. 475. Now 500. 500. Now 5 quarter. Now 5 quarter. 5 half. Now 75. on 75, down 600, down 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, down 650, down 75, 675, 675, 675, the range is 675, the range is 675, on 675, the range is 675, the range is 675, down 700, down quarter, on 7 quarter, on 7 quarter, down 7 quarter, 50, 750, down 775, 775, the range 775, 775, on 775, the range 775, on 775, on 775, the range 775, on 750, down 775, yep, 775, 775, 775, gotta go, 775, it's up to you, 750, on 70, takes this one right here, we're gonna sell 595. 5, 410, 425, 5, 425, 35, 5, 425, 35, 5, 425, 435, 435, 5, 435, grand 435, grand 435, I'm going 35, I'm going 35, grand 435, 435. It's up to you, 4 and a quarter, Rick, on 70. 303 and a quarter. You done? 3 and a quarter? Yes, you done it? 3 and a quarter. Sold to you, 300, 108.
Free from the internet, you're out. 350, I got 325 on the floor. 350, 75, out of the 375, to 75 here. 375, 4, out of the forward here. Internet, you're out. 400 bill. 375 on the phone, 375 on the phone, 180, 100 down, 400 down, 4. So, done pulled the trigger, 375 on 70. 669 right there, little advertising shell pin or pintoil, excuse me. I'm going to bit of underneath on it down 50. I'm $230 down 60, $260, $50 down, $60, $82, $50 down, $60, $82, $50 down, $60 down, $60. So $250 on my shirt. 211, 211. Lumber 582, 582. Orange, fresh block. Right there, guys. Time to get it on there. Now look at that nice one. Everything's intact on the guns. 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 250. You both are out. 2 and a quarter. I'm 2 and a quarter to come out of the 250. 250, 775. Now 3. $300 here, then $300 here, then $300 here, then 275, 3 and a quarter. 325, then a quarter here, then 325, then a quarter here, then 300 and a quarter. $300 here, then quarter here, then $300 here, then quarter here, then 325, then a quarter. So, $300, 242, 242. Surprised the heck out of him, man. 511 right here. Hey, look at there. Everything. Oil company, all the little oil cans. Look at there. You're getting that little display piece. Little sales piece right here. It comes with 12 oil cans. I'm going to about what he say. I'm going to about $100 bill. I'm going to get another one bump down 50. Down to the 2. Down to the 2 and 50. Down 3, $300, 50. Down 3, down to the 3, 50. 3 down to 50. Down $300, down $4 bill. Rick, you're out. 3 quarter. $3, $25, down $4, $300, $80, $4, $25, down $325, down $4. Rick, down $25, down $83, $25, down $4, $80, down 350. 350. 325, down 50. Down $25, down $50, $80, $25, down $50, $83, $25, down $350, down 50. So, 325 remaining. Oh, 242. You're moving on. What are you doing? 25. So, $600. 205. 205. $15, $80, $4, $80, $20. I'm going to bid 120. 120. I'm going to bid 120. I'm going to bid $10 down, $20 here, down, $10 down, 20. So about 110 standing up, 172. 172. Lollipop side. I'm going to bid about there, somebody about here, getting $100 on this one. Down quarter, down 50, 175, down 2, down quarter, down 257, 500, 550, 550, 550, 600, 650, 600, 750, 780, 775. He's 775, 75, 80, quarter. $20, $80, quarter dollar bill. $800, quarter to $20, $800, now 50. I'm going to bid 875. I'm going to bid 850, 75. $850, $875, $800, $75, $75. So 850, sir, you got it. 191's the buyer. It's a fatality marker. That it is. I'm going to give it up there. $30 bill. I'm going to give it 30, 40. I'm going to bid $50, down $50, down $50, down $60, down $60, down $60 bill. $60 down $75. I'm going to
This was a great auction, which truly had something for everyone. I was very impressed by Scotty's auction service. I thought it was a professional, well-run outfit with an incredible facility that attracted some very good consigned items, both smalls and vehicles. One of the big themes was trucks, and you could pick one of just about any type, configuration, or brand, with four-wheel drives very well represented. Most of these ran and were good, solid bones for bringing back as projects. 1900 for the 1951 Chevrolet was a good deal for a good original survivor that ran. Well bought. One of the best deals of the auction was the 1962 Ford F100 four-wheel drive truck. It had been extensively mechanically refurbished, ran, and drove excellent. Just needed the bodywork finished and the rest of the cosmetic restoration. But the 2700 that it sold for was a bargain. This wouldn't have even bought the labor to do the mechanical work to get this truck to where it was at this point. Very tempting, very cheap truck, but I'm not a four-wheel drive guy. The 72 Cadillac was one little close to my heart since I drove a 71 Coupe de Ville in college that I still have. I had a black 71 four-door that I sold a couple years ago. Excellent car that needed just a little bit of love. This car was presented excellent, beautiful, original condition. Great survivor. Sold $6,500. Again, a fraction of the cost that it would take to do any restoration work on a car that was in rough shape to get it to be this nice. By now that's a theme you should probably guess will be repeated in the lion's share of these vehicles sold. The 1957 Corvette at $70,000 I felt was under market. A car like this probably could be closer to $100,000 on the right day. The non-original engine didn't hurt it a lot. These engines were not coated specifically until I believe 64 and later. So any 1957 283 would have been a good replacement to get this car back to original if the next owner desired it to be so. With the best examples of these cars having already been found and restored, and with the dwindling supply of used parts, $70,000 against the price of a basket case, collecting parts, buying new parts, and doing the restoration work was a lot cheaper buy-in than finding everything piece at a time and fully restoring it. Well bought. If a person was in the market for a retractable, this 57 Ford was a pretty good example. I personally wouldn't restore the body and paint. I think it had a great survivor look, although the foam and the upholstery were pretty tired and probably would have needed attention. I'm not personally crazy over these cars, but the $12,500 realized price just goes to show that two guys realized the value that was here. By spending a little more up front, you can save thousands on the back end in restoration costs. Well bought. While the 1963 Corvair isn't necessarily the Chevrolet that everyone wants, if you compare it to any other, this was quite the bargain. A 63 Corvette in this pristine survivor condition probably would have run $125,000 to $150,000. A pristine Impala in this condition, probably in the $40,000 to $50,000 range. So, this Mint Survivor Driver 63 at $4,000, to me, quite the bargain. For anyone willing to do a little bit of bodywork and paint on an old pickup, there are no shortage of drivers available. And this Ford, I felt like sold for less than the price of the drivetrain that was installed in it. Not bad for a short bed project truck that you could hop in and wheel home. Well bought. The 1932 Chevrolet was an excellent, pristine, restored Survivor. I've been keeping an eye out for cars of this era, watching the market. This car, in this condition, I felt probably was closer to the $12,000 range, so at just a hair under $9,000, it was a very good bargain for someone who was paying attention. Another car sold for the fraction of the cost to take a ratty one and fully restore it to this condition. Well bought. This Jeep was an excellent example of a vehicle that's a bit hard to find, considering most of them were used up, ragged out, and left to die. This one led a pretty easy, pampered life, was well maintained throughout that time, and the $7,000 range, I felt, was a very good deal. These 70s and 80s four-wheel drive vehicles of any type are the up-and-comers. Definitely a well-bought vehicle. The 86 Monte Carlo, of all the vehicles here, was probably the pick of the sale. At $3,900, it sold for less than the cost of the paint job. Unfortunately, there were some chips and dings on it, and being a bit of an odd shade and a metallic, it would have been difficult to touch up. However, the average person just looking for a driver probably would have looked past these. A friend of mine sold a similar car to this in the $7,500 range, so there was still good room left here. 4.3 V6 with fuel injection would make this an excellent, dependable, efficient driver. Bargain, bargain, bargain. The 1926 and 27 T Coupes are a very desirable body style of T. The market on 1931 and older vehicles of any brand is soft, so there's a lot of choices to pick from for a pretty reasonable buy-in. And I'll let out a secret, that has me looking pretty hard for a vehicle of this era. I looked this one over pretty well, and at the $8,100 mark, it was just a bit past where I wanted to be. The 1920s was a big decade of transition for the car market. The beginning of the decade, almost all vehicles sold were open models, and by the end of the decade, the closed model had been rapidly adopted. For me, part of the experience of one of these cars is riding around with no top and having the wind toss your hair around, so for whatever reason, I'm a little more drawn to an open model, which there was one more left to go on this auction.
Talk to you, 1900. 1235. Internet bell.
Arguably, the only bigger screamin' bargain than the Monte Carlo was the 1949 Jeep. Super cheap buy-in for an excellent, beautiful original Survivor. I liked the Model T touring car, and it wasn't too long ago that this thing had been running. The engine still turned, and I think would have had some hope if it were tinkered on. The body was in pretty rough condition. This one sold at the $1,000 mark. I was thinking about it, and watching the other bidders, I saw that it was a young guy bidding on it, so I backed off and let him have it. These cars are being passed to the next generation, and there's several of them coming available at any given time, and I thought it was important to let this one go to someone younger than me. These century-old relics of our country's and our globe's transportation history are being passed on to the next generation. So, it's good to see that there's hope for the future of this hobby. I found this auction, like I find the rest of them, by searching online, which is where they're pretty much all posted nowadays. The HiBid website and the ProxyBid website both have car and classic car categories that you can search, you can put in a mileage radius, and find ones near you. I've even seen listings for vehicles in Australia and Canada. The great thing is, this particular auction is an annual event held the first Friday of every July, and it's one that I would definitely return to again. I bought this Defender Motor Oil reproduction sign. I think it's a little over 2.5 feet in diameter. There's a lot of these repro signs around now. Some of them are 10. This particular one is porcelain enamel. Some of them are duplicates and copies of actual signs that were made. And then others are just fantasy pieces, sometimes developed off of can labels or other graphic art of the companies of the period. This one I really liked because it's got a bit of a military theme. My granddad fought in the Philippines in World War II. He was a radio operator and never really talked about it. And he died when I was 10. So I don't know really how much of it I would have understood at the time and really asked him about. But he's gone, and stuff like this is just relics of that time, even though it is a new piece. Got the collection of maps. I like these for the graphic art of the time. Just show the period that they were created in, and they're great 20th century historical artifacts. Show that period of traveling out on the highways. I did get the auto nameplates. This is a salesman's sample kit, so they would show the different type of metal and plastic and the stickers. And this is something that probably doesn't have that many of them produced in the first place or that survived afterward. I do have quite a few of these in a collection, and this kind of completes that, just to show where they came from. I did get the Chrysler brochures. There's a whole stack of them. Those came with the auto nameplates. I had to give like $150 for all these, so I was kind of banking on being able to resell some of these Chrysler pieces and recoup the cost. See the models. I've had a few of these over the years that I've parted. I don't think I ever had a 50. I had 49s and 51s and 54s. This whole fold out I thought would be kind of a neat piece to frame. These are pretty plain cars. They look like everything else of that period. But at the time, after World War II, it was definitely a seller's market, and they could have buyers lined up and waiting for just about anything that they made. So other than the envelope bodies with the flush pontoon fenders, there weren't too many other real stylistic daring changes. They basically just focused on building and selling cars at that time. I did get this highway sign that shows where a fatality wreck happened. Seen these around up north, South Dakota, and places like that, and I've always thought they were interesting. I gave $100 for this, and that's probably about full market on it. I did give $150 for this Defender sign, which is pretty close to full market. I think you can pick them up for $250 on eBay. I did not buy any of the vehicles, still at a place of unresolved personal issue, and that has not gotten any closer to being resolved. So I'm not exactly in a great position to add more vehicles to the fleet and have to deal with storage and housing, but hopefully sometime everything gets resolved and life gets back to where it was before. Here is another upcoming auction that they're doing. They're selling this old gas station. Some of this will be bid online. You guys can go on there and check it out. I'm sure a year from now this will be irrelevant information, but in the month and a half between this video and when this auction actually happens, this will be something if you guys want to go and be there in person. It's Clarence, Missouri. I'm not sure if I'll make it. I get kind of a busy schedule this time of year, but I'll put that out there to anybody else that's interested.